Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Guide for an African Gen Z. I'm so excited, guys. We're moving. Consistency is key. I'm so happy. This woman right here, hey, has come with fire, and we have got so many interesting topics to actually talk about. So, the whole basis of this series is we talk about issues that young people who are actually growing up in different age brackets, they actually meet. So we discuss them in advance so that you don't have to make the same mistakes we have made or make the same mistakes that other people have actually made. So today you're actually with me again, Uncle Steve and my friend.
So
In there, the Togo, my nickname. Please, actually, this is a plea. Will you please find this one a nickname? Anybody with who gives us a very good nickname for Togo,
but some bad so.
you're going to have a free therapy session. Free therapy session for for 1 month.
Yes.
Free therapy for what?
Those are 4 therapy sessions.
4 free therapy sessions.
Wow.
All you have to do is just suggest a nickname for Togo. All right. Okay, Togo, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good.
Thank you.
Ere? You look very energized. Eh?
The other times I do not look in it.
Eh, that's people Kosovo. I say,
The war. Did it went on?
boy.
Int.
Yeah, I'm away. I'm in India. So this week we are talking about feeling stuck. There are some scenarios in life whereby muntu umaona ngati kuti mwina moyo sukusuntha. Different aspects. So essentially, maybe the bigger question is, what scenarios are there where people start to feel woody kangari I'm stuck, so that our audience can be able to relate to what are we trying to talk about. So what different scenarios do people go through that make them feel stuck?
Feeling stuck is normal. Muntu has feelings. Akuyena kumafira at some point in time kuti zinthu zake zokhuzana ndi moyo wake mwina sizikuyenda muline imene iye amafunira. So there are a number of things that would make someone to start feeling kuti they're stuck. Just that the danger would be that would lead to grief. We call it a grief of being left behind. Ndiyeno zikhoza kumupangitsa munthu to get into some mental health conditions because of that. But when we are talking about someone being stuck, they would not kugamba za stagnation. Kuti mwina alino at one point and sakupanga move forward.
Okay.
So pali zinthu zambirimbiri zimene we can look at them ndikupera ngati zitsanzo za someone being stuck. Mwina issues to do with education. Azizako management ako apangapanga maschool iweyo sunapulani kuti mwinaso sukudziwa kuti kodi school fees yanga ikhoza chokera kuti koma wakula mwinaso kwanu focus yapita kwa anthu ena. Alright, so one feels stuck in that way. Kenakonso palino ma biological timelines amene amapangidwa set that at some point in time munthu akafika age yakuti akuyenera akwatire. Ukakwatiranso muja nde kuti anthu timakhala tikuyang'anira kuti kodino kumene kukuoneka ngati kuti sikukutuluka mimba bwanji.
Yeah, nchijema timenazo ulibe mphatso uri ubanja.
Zachonchozo. So timakhala tikupatsana ndithu ma timelines that are very unnecessary. So one would feel kuti they are stuck muzimenezozo. And also issues to do with finances. Munthu akulimbikira akuyesetsa kuti apange zinthu zolongosoka komano basi ndrama ija sikuoneka mutu wake. Sisikudziwika kuti kodi munthu amagwira ndi ndalama kapena ayi. Koma tikaona azinzathu kugula magalimoto, kugula zinyumba, zinthu zona kuti zikuyendera, tizibwezi chonchi, azibambo iyi azimayi sakushota. Zanyonke zija wewe ukaona palibenso munthu akupanga support naye nje azibambo kukhala opanda ndalama akuyang'ane ndani. Alright, so people would feel stuck in those also scenarios. Ndi zinthu zambiri mwinaso china ndikakamba kuti chani career wise eti tingonenerano kuti like munthu wamaliza school yako bwinobwino, you have graduated kalekale. I think zinaliko bwino chifukwa umathiwa upeza ti masurvey ukayamba ka survey ku organization iyi bakanadza kulemba ntchito konkakwira na kukayemva kichanchani timahumanitarian projects iyi basi na kwe munthu uchalipo matendi coordinator iyi basi kukwera konkuja kenako iyi kusintheke. Komano panopo ndizovuta kwambiri chifukwa even the unemployment rate is very high. ndiye no vanopo graduate so ku University of Malawi wokhala ma-universities iswarani achuluka ndiyeno anthu amene aphunzira swarani achuluka. People have attained skills, people are now educated koma ano ntchitoso kuti chiyani kodi kulibe. Ndiye uganizireso ngati panopo people would really feel the heat ya mbali imeneyi ya zintchito zichifukwa choti nonanga sima projects ambiriso atsikidwa. Ndiye kumene timakagwira magani kwambirimbiri kuja kulibe kuti tipite. So munthuso would feel stuck in that way kuti ineyo bodza ndikati ndimaliza school yanga, ndikamaliza school pasina ndipeza ntchito, ndikapeza ntchito ayi ndikhala ndimba ndisamuka kwathu. You know the way munthu umafuna kuti bodza pakhoma ndiwendipa ndipapeta bodza ngakhale kukwandika iwe munthu vasikoloka kugogodera kale alikakukapanga chani so dzakadzi kutha akugogodera before runde ukakhala opanda ndalama upakhomba dzisawu patsona
umadzoso kuti avatopande kodiyo ndipo takaronge madzi
sabu nthakuya ochabechabe chodito ndakuliramo koma zona mpakana mudzi nditumabe you know. So zimene zimatisomupakitsa munthu kuti afire ngati kuti no ali stuck. Ndiyeno I think itakozosiyana lero mnipo some of the things that
I actually
one feel they're stuck.
You've actually brought up very, very good points. And I think maybe we can start tackling on feeling stuck maga on the financial side. Kuti ndalama. You know? Because I mean, one thing that I've actually respected is kuti when I'm the most stressed, usually makala issue, ntumbamu.
Aliyesi, kaya mwina anpena baliso zinazo abanga stress. Koma I say, kulibe sochi mshui masolva zintu padzikola pansi pano. Like having money in your bank account.
Okay. So money is one. And the second issue that I'd actually want to discuss also that I have found very interesting is the issue of education. I am blaming the Malawian government's school system. You know the reason I am actually blaming the Malawian government school system?
Yes.
Unapeleka gitsanzo kuti no bezoka kuti no anthu lili klasi moja ena ziwategera na sizurani
Sizuwategera.
And by the end of the day you find kuti anthu zupangidwa grade kuti no ndanzelu by the way that you can pass certain subjects. Koma anthu ena koma bezo kuti no mwina mkalasi moja they're really good at one thing.
Yes.
So for me, I would say if we're trying to look at the whole pilot of problems, because the issue here is if we're looking at money most of the time,
yes,
it's the issue of not lack of skills, because Antwambia anima skills, the biggest issue, like you've said, is the lack of employment. So it's the issue of Wuri Antu, Tabanga gather skills, or we can't really use. Or Kabena, you have gathered skills, but you don't have the mindset or the attitude to utilize those particular skills.
Yes.
So for me, I would really say, Wuri, I am blaming the Malawian government. Now, giving an example, on the matamasa. Masa mutsado ni maitsara heve ni mapancha.
Bola.
Koma bwana biology. Umbukira wimbo.
Iwe bodza munthu angamala kwe biology.
Magimilani.
Ayo.
Ine asenzi
malezi jazi ndi simple zimene anthu majira.
Amwene ine ninkaloweza.
Munama.
Ndi maloweza magimilani njoloweza chikuru.
Koma usakhoza.
Dala umbali. But that's the point. One thing that I've actually realized is good, we cannot all be good at the same things, but we need to be able to emphasize the things that people are good at so that by the end of the day, they're not stuck in future.
It is very important, as we are talking about the education system. Someone who has done some early childhood development and has worked with under 5 kids in trying to see mwana use skill again and also trying to develop the skills of the child if they have problems in the verbal speech development when this child is autistic. So we are trying to figure out maybe there's a disability so we are trying to figure out as assisting where do we place this child. Kuna agamapita ku primary school. So maybe you have tried to work on the problems whilst this child was developing in the womb. So pamakhazi mzambi mwe mabonzi sana bange develop bwino chan zinto zina zisazija zima zapangana tare and would determine kuti mwana uyuyu atakukhala no good at this. Because really you would find people ku school kuti anthu amene amakhoza kwambiri ati una kuti no if someone akukhonza kwambiri. This person is good at sciences, but there are other people like us who are good at socials. Pali anthu ena nawo they're very good at languages.
Exactly.
And pali anthu ena nawo they're just very good and gifted with issues to do with amuna sports. Kapena no is zama dramas.
Yeah.
So timafunika kuti mwana uja timupange discover. I think we had a very big project this past 6 years ago. If 6 years you have died. Okay. I hope there's gonna come a phase 2 for that project, because it was something to do with the development of a child from when the mother is pregnant to when this baby is 5.
I see you.
So muona mwana uja kona kuti mwana uyu meneno alili. Maybe ziwalo zina zabanga develop bwinobwino, zina sizinabange develop bwinobwino.
Yeah.
For instance, kuti mafupa ake sana bange develop naende vulo nomuna kapondedwe kapena kutamanga chanchan. There are activities that have been put in place kuti caretaker kapena mphunzitsi wa mwana uja adzimupatsa activities amene kuti mwanayi aphunzire komanso should get better in this.
Precisely.
Yes. So kumakhala ma skills wona kuti mwanayo amawerenga bwanji zinthu kungoti ndaziyiwala zisumbu zake komanso it would be very technical. Kuti kodi mwanayo mukampatsa zowerenga amawerenga bwanji. Issues to do with religion. Mukamakamba za religion. Kuti mwana amene akuzipanga understand bwanji, because the 8 play stations zimene mumapangira we mwana kuti kodi ma tools awawa mwana oyo ali good pachani.
Okay.
So education, when you studied from that side, listen to that if people have been trained and they understand development yamana and amata kumukonza komanso kumuthangatira kumukonza kuti kodino izizi akhoza kumapanga banje. So that one is very good. But as they're going to primary schools, I don't know how much teachers pay attention to the children. Kuna kuti manayo ali good pachani. Komanso I am not sure kuti education system yathu kuma local primary schools iku amaphunzitsa be kuchokera chichewa from kuchoka standard 1 pakufika class 9 kapena panopo anambophatikiza kuti chimakhala chichewa ndi chizungu then zimakhala bwinobwino, because those that have gone to private schools amaphunzira chani kodi mchizungu bwinobwino. But now I don't know kuti kuma local primary schools.
I think it's still the same issue. So it's still the same issue. We're still cascading a lot of subjects. And in here, I think the biggest issue that I have in this is essentially we're just creating a lot of people who are generalistic, but they're not really skilled or specific at something.
Yes.
And this eventually becomes that feeling you don't feel like you essentially you're not good at anything.
Yes, so I figure a point you're not good at anything. So you are not good at drama, you're not good at sports, you're not good at languages, you're not good at sciences, you're not good at social.
So actually
you are just a person going to school.
So you find it even worse. You get to work and then you get that imposter syndrome, because you get to work and you find people who are really good at something.
Yes.
And they're thriving. Because when you look at it, when you get to work, you really find people you start to find your avenues. Eh?
Yes.
Because you haven't been practicing it for so long. And we know mwina from 1 anayakutua kale kuti neyo man ndutsamanga chakusa. And this person has been practicing this particular career path for the last 8 years. And then you ukabwera ukafika college kuja atangote abola degree so that. Degree, and then you find there are people who are excelling, like we're saying, because they are good and experts at what they do.
Yes.
And you're the general feature. You get what I mean?
Kumaro, can't someone work on that? Anyway, one of the money for that.
Yeah, so I feel like for me, when how I actually create my mind map when resolving these issues, there has to be a genesis of where these things are coming from.
Yes.
So yes, there is that element. It means we are fixing the problem in advance. Can this be fixed? Can someone find purpose at a water?
Yes. Actually, you cannot tell your purpose whilst you are young. Kaya mwina ina alipo, akhoza kumadziwa kuti neyenda bulapadziwa pasandiudzamanga zakuti because most of the times there should be something that should shift you to discover your purpose. So it would be some pain, it would be some experience on what I think I'm good at first. It would be move. So whilst we are young, I don't think we think zindikire unless you are gifted and blessed also but you can change careers. It just depends on iweyo ngati munthu wachifomera bwanji komanso ukuona kuti iweyo strength yako ikupanga lai katipo because there are a lot of things that we can do but there are some few things that we are good at. Ndiyeno munthu umayenera udziwa kuona kuti I am good at this and when I do this I will do it with passion and ndikapanga chinthu chimene chichi even when people see the work that I'm doing, they would say, well, now, what this person is good at this. Thing wese zilangare azibusa. Ina rama ngobira kubusa kuja muna ifori chiro za sowa. Ku opposite tifori chiro za sowa. Ku chibadala kumanesi. Now you would see unagura. Awa calling ya hoi. Zina ngovuda. Ndi anambira kutiko. Because of how they are treating the patients kumenya kujabu. But someone who is doing chiro yao out of passion, believe you me, even if you wouldn't do a patient, you'd know what I want for you.
And yes, to you, I didn't dig it.
Yes.
No, you're very right. Actually, I think we should have a separate topic on how people actually find their purpose.
Yes.
But like you're saying, you're passionate about it. You're not doing it for someone's tick or validation.
Yes.
There's a more probability good you to batali.
Pambili.
And for me, I think maybe I would advocate looking at, for example, China. They use the same syllabus system when they use maybe this blanket.
Ende.
They start to identify with mwana uyu. Doro ndijaku amatsara masamu. Ufageni kumasamu because that's where they're good at and they're going to excel very well there. And to me, as a generation, we're moving people different levels.
Sifuka ukoza kuona idi azizatu ajaminanga ineyo I would say kuti anaminanga konza ti kuma secondary schools. Ena anawilida udikara apira ku university.
Yes.
Because muna muntu jogwera ndi 7 points. Ifeyo sukuti tilibenzeri koma ndife anthu achimikana siri kulimbika chabe school, right? Mwina so tifaya ubwana siri kuona kuti nozofuna kuti tilimbikire ya dokhoza ulongolola chachenete zanda zimene zijanze. But there would be a time muntu mapanga realize kuti I think ndivange school because it's very important. All right? Komanso muntu mafunika anthu akuthandiza una kuti umene amene kukonza kosi yako ndi iyi kapangeni uphunzitsa mind zimene mukakhonza kuphunzitsa kwaso mukapange big isati physical science mukumva iti ndiyeno anthu ena amango minya 6 points apita kudokora kumene kuja awawida ali mu depression. But did you sit down when I would know you are supposed to do engineering?
Because if you're kind of 6 points, it doesn't mean we don't. But I don't kind of 6 points.
But student kumene koko ndipo akutenga sitima yang'aniraso. So we should look at those skills bwino jifukano tiko zimene zitenzinzora anthu amaloweze. So kuti timaphunzira ku secondary school kuti timvetsetsa no. Timaloweza zimene zichena kumapita m'maiso
I think at this point we have no choice. After the break, we will have to discuss the difference between passion, right? Or passion or purpose, right? Versus making money. Because it seems good, where we are revolving around this issue and there's become a very big debate.
Komano, I think you can make money even through your purpose.
Yeah, because then we're friends on people feeling stuck. But since we're here. All right. Hi, everyone. We're back. So I think in a nutshell, I think from this discussion, this has totally gone off script. But from this discussion, we've realized there is a key problem. It's like we haven't planned our lives properly. And probably it's an effect of the structure of a society in terms of education.
Yes.
Our parents as well have not been educated properly. But also, let's assume the schools have fixed this system. You have to start making decisions for yourself.
Yes.
So this is where now we're coming to the issue of purpose. So, do you think it's important for people to find their purpose?
Yes, it's very important. When you find your purpose, umabanga zithu zimene iweyo you enjoy and you can do that like just out of love. I love to do this, so I'm doing this. For instance, I would know someone who loves to be around people. Kabena know someone who loves to help people. Say you are around a community, kole Nkalamba, you are just okay being around them, now, maybe just listening to their stories, but they're just trying to explain to you. They are looking at the attention that one would give to even attention. If someone loves to be around people and someone does not love to be around them. So you can relate to trying to understand the if you like you strike a conversation, and you put your emotions in that. All right. And say, someone is an engineer and Montreal wanted to be that. I'm a color, when they are doing those, they're
addicted to the job.
They know exactly what they are doing, and they know they are talking about.
And they're even more innovative because now, you own
ownership. When you're doing the things that have been proposed for you, ownership is on. It's the way we go to communities like us, social way. We go to the communities and say, we want to come with a project. All right. Then because sustainability komanso ownership inuyo tukufuna kuti mukhale part of this thing.
So they're not emotionally, you have not bought it emotionally.
Yes.
On the inside.
They have not. But I have a certain friend, she works for some organization. We're having a chat, I think 2 weeks ago. She was saying, when I go to organization, wow, I'm a bit like community. Kwadino inuwe mufuna ndikubweretsa project yachi. Nde anthu aja nene kuti ife tikufuna njigo, kapena anthu aja nene tikufuna chipatala, tikufuna ife school. Then madai weso zingatseli, project saboma, amela manga, timangopita yomeko, jamangu kwa oso tupenda zakoti. So, amadia ito, ditifaki ma projects wara kuvuti. Name kuni manena wana ngoti, even my projects awa amene amakau they are funded big, abuna ndima grants, and maloni. Amene amabwera kuma ministries osana siyana. Most of the times, the ones that benefits, it's us. Amere mgona nchiro ku project iwo. Savena no, komano kominide, si kweni kupanga benefit. For you nina wuti, approach, mweda denga, ngopita guys, tukufara kumengira ni school, akuzo nina kufuna school.
Actually, this example you've given is very powerful because I have seen some schools already kwabwirangari project kuti ari umanga school and you'd find anthu amunzi akaumba uvunyoka kuti timayifuna because they're really passionate about it.
Yes.
And sangawo school manager gumuge because they really understand that.
Yes, like I'll give you an example. I was working in Cheo, Tainage. So a certain community that I worked with, and kafuna njigo wambili. So anaka umandoza, madam, the way it's funny, you boss, madam, they must say that. Madam, they basuno and Rajana, madam, would so, basuno muma kawamu kubirisa, mumajez, and kuna beza uri no antwaja amafuna njigo. Ndeno kwina kwanza kumene bafunika kupita njigo. Kuna ligare njigo ina. There we had to make a debate for why njigo vile area many fere kufuna. So ndinamenyaga debate gachini ndinawina debating the guys. Kwathu ndukuvuta madzi chani ndinawafuruzira kabudza rangi yani. Pakana njigo jana ndibatsandana. Ndeno ine ndidavira kuminire wanga kuti guys avurikuletira yani njigo. The community was very happy. Panopa njigo, I think muna panopa 3 years. Ukaonongeka makozetsa okha because so angafuna dikani kodi
I actually now even give you an example, in terms of career. But when you are actually striking purpose yako and your passion muchinthu chomwe wachika ngati kuti this is my future. And I've got a friend, his name is Joseph. Joseph, I've known him since secondary school. Koma, because I was in Malawi secondary school. Koma even tili ku school, ku secondary. This guy, and I'm not need to guys name, kuzalwa ame, zakara rank yakuti. Essentially, he had already manifested. Kuti ndupita apo. Tikapita ku college. Chimodzi Nyamata was fully army. I say Banova, I can tell you kuti he's in the army. Koma ngati pali munthu amene amaita kusangalatsa kuti ndi soldier.
Their phone number yayima.
Sorry. Sorry. Jose, because if you're watching but yes, but the point is you can see good this man is enjoying his
What
job.
he's doing, yes.
And in the process of enjoying, he's actually developing because he has accomplished so much in such a little time because it's not a job for him.
Yes.
For him,
his passion.
It's passion.
Yes. So and there was a passion. Yeah, to what is it about drive?
So that we can actually grow.
Yeah. I think we can move. Come
on now, maybe the question would be, should we really, does a passion really pay? Because the other debate is every passion something that can help you make money? Because like we said, the other biggest issue, yes, you can be growing in your passion. Kuti muna nimapanga mipika and mipika engineero. Should every passion be followed in terms of making money?
That is very tricky. Komano ineyo ndimona ngati kuti where there's a purpose, there should be a will, there should be a way.
Okay.
So if we should be innovative enough to see what I'm very good at this, and you should see an opportunity in that.
All right.
Chifukwa munthu, I don't think kuti mulungu angakudalitsa ndi skill imene no sungapange nayo ndalama. Ndiye jana. So munthu tikwena uthala anthu oganiza manja kwambiri komanso othamanga.
I hear you.
All right? When you discover kuti I am good at this,
I totally agree. Actually, I like the point that you've raised. I had a different narrative to this. For me, I think one philosophy that I've had is I believe everything we do, we're supposed to serve unto. And the person who is serving the most people, like pretty much our purpose has to fix a problem for other people because that's when we can monetize.
It's very important. It's very important.
Yes.
There.
So that your passion has to align to people's needs and wants. And also you have to also understand some purposes that they are really good because muna economy yanu yabanga actualize muli level your economy yanu itamoisera zitu. You know what I mean? So for example, I was watching something online. This guy anangobita pa chikamvasi ndikungotenga paint ndikungowaza pa ndikumapita. Akuti chiportrait ichi $1 million. I was like, Malawi you know what I mean? Because our economy, this is not the problem that we want to fix. But if you look at developed economies like the US, they've actualized. They are now trying out things. So even someone saying good about it, thinking that was just slapped one type is good, right? We're not in that place.
Yes, so I think it's very important as you are looking for a purpose, as you are working on the gifts that you have been given, the talents that you have, you should check how can I actually make use of this talent? How can I make money out of this? Ndikupanga discover a gap that can fix. Chifukwa no anthu timangofuna no zinthu ungothamangira komano munthu udziganiza kuona kuti if I do this, where am I going to? Komanso, is this a need?
Yes, for the
society.
Yes.
If it's not, look for something else. Umuntu sungakhala skill modzi umakhala ma skills angapo. So imene umayikonda kwambiri ije, look at for second one. Imene yachiwiri ngati sizikuthenga, look at, I don't think ungafike kufollow usanapeze chinakazi. So look at kuti no ineyo I am good at this. Like me, ndimaphika buno kwambiri koma sinowanitse business yephika.
Okay.
All right? So it's just saying no one is. Komano ndikudziwa kuti no ineyo manene ne business learning the one it's yogulitsa chimani basi. Ma business ene osewa anthu mudzipanga kaya ndizovala kaya ndijani ineyo singapange nawo because to me I feel kuti chinthu chimene munthu sangakaninge kugula ndisimo.
That's the thing. You're perfectly right. Even when you look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, everybody who is servicing the most people. Actually, I'll give you an example. Biggest example is tissue ban.
inde
I'm in a tissue in the business or the
zedi ndipo
Actually, Ababa, just to, I think I'll drop a link to TikTok, a TikTok page.
okay
These guys have actually inspired me so much. They're limb in Blantyre.
okay
They have actually realized kutino tissue ambo well and but actually got no banga notice tissue and ambo banga degrading quality. I'm a so quality yabu.
inde
So these guys are actually making their own tissue in Limby, and their prices are very, very affordable. And when you look at it, they're servicing pretty much the whole economy because almost everybody wants.
namafuna zimene zizi zona
So the other thing is, I think the problem is antuzumafuna makaria okuti ndioneke ndapepa. You know that
tatiso iwe ukhoza kupepa mukariya mwako momwemo
bola ndalama.
komano nkhani ndonena kuti as we are also wanting kuti tibebe tizidziwa kuna kuti zinthu zinezi zimafunika marketing tiziwe kuti zinthu zinezi zimafunika no good relationships with others zimafunika no iweyo so character wise yako kuti ikhale no yabwino so that people can see kuti munthu yapanga zinthu zanzeru izizi komanso kuti no iweyo ngati munthu ukhoza kupanga take advantage bwanji kuti no ubebemo ine ndikuona ngati munthu chobeba pachana chilichonse komano zongotengera kuti no iweyo how have you taken up an opportunity that has risen?
That's actually very, very true. And when I just to align to what you're saying, you know, to summarize what I'm getting from you. But it's into zake, when we're looking at Meneta Gambira, but it's into zake semakala kuti they are generic. Zivude maga ngati chakuja. Gambira 19 isate baka lero. Timaja the business oti singaguke. Many bali zinthu zina like you're saying they are opportunity based. Utokhala ndi talent kapena a passion that to be honest will not be relevant in 5 years.
Yes.
Koma ngati lero unga ephule.
Ndifuna ndiwuze chitsanzo nthawi yako village tinka order maujeni mask I also hand sanitize mamasks zinkhala za black ndikazinthu apapo kati tinkaona kati ndikagula ndalama zingati ku South Africa ndiye kuona kuti nkadzagulisa 5,000 iwe ineyo ndinapanga ndalama zoopsa mu nthawi imene iwe koma panopo angagule chimask imene chitanida palibe
opportunity
kwambiri ndipewo yeah
so exactly. So I think for me, like in summary, you have to find a purpose that is long term, but also if you've got other skills that you can fit in the moment.
Sanongokhala skill imodzi funika kukhala ndapo olo 4 olo 5 zabobo you perfect them with time
Kumabonyamo.
komanso munthu utha kuchoka kukhala dokotela kwezolidwe kalipiti mwino skill yako ingone kuti no ineyo am I really good at being a doctor or I'm good at this ndikuona so kuna kuti kumene kuja kuwaraisa kuposana kutiko kuzintchito izizi so zinthu zimatha zinaomaoneka zonyasa muoneka ngati vosalozeka komano munthu utokhala kuti waphunziradi inde koma talent yako ili kumanja so tioneso kuti no ifeyo ngati anthu ma talents athu tingayimze manje.
Very, very true. So I think we'll take a quick break. But in summary, I think so far what we've seen is it's very important to actually find your purpose and your passion. Because in your career and progression, you grow in those spaces. But growing in your passion and your career does not always mean money.
No, it's not.
But you should also leverage on opportunities around you with your other talents around you.
Which can help you to make money.
So you can actually grow in your talent. Komansa kubanga ndalama koma mwina mbali nake ukubanga matishu amene
ubangira ndalama so and also I think kuna kuti no what is very important is to enjoy
what you're doing.
So you might have a career that you have studied, you can put that aside. I have a friend nzanga kwambiri amanena kuti you know what tikupine mabanga haso ngati ma school dropout ndeno yeo ndiwa hustle then she comes to you and says to us say ndabanga drama mwakuti out of that trip karimra amene anthu anawo beta ngita you know I'm happy for her koma ine single one it's a business yamapanga but she's a social worker komano at this moment anaona kuti no iyeyo abange divert aya attention yake nanga sinchiro zatutera ndi abange divert attention abange njani kodi business ndipo business imene akupanga azikutani kodi zikuyenda so munthu uzidziwa kukhale kuti kodi nganenele malonda ine singakwanitse kodi izizi mungakwanitse kodi na baba mungapange banje ungapangedi matishu ungapange masanitize andakupanga masohoro ungapange sugar ungapange majuice out of zinthu jigwese zilanthawi ya dzipatso izizo umakhala kuti kuli mango nyetenchani kodini ungapange ma juices out of that and sell it to people athu ndikuzikonda chifukwa manja samakhala osiyana so pali zinthu zina sisazikamire tipange chinthu chimenedi you are passionate about and you are good at it and you are serving people zinthu zija anthu azikonda so you just start what you can do. The world is going to happen.
Awesome. When we're back, we're going to discuss how you can actually get unstuck.
Yes.
Because I think right now we've discussed on different ways whereby you should avoid being stuck. This is good for I'm a fan already know they haven't started their careers when they're still in secondary school. Komano amenetiri kwelo difi kuti mmakoza mutembe 4-wheel jaro yaro marobe sikuzongo hiyo.
What I say. Siro elipo.
Elipo runde.
But where there is life, there is hope.
There is always a way.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll be right back so we can discuss how to get unstuck. All right, so we have actually had a very, very good session. We've discussed on the key issues like the root cause on how our generation feels stuck. We've looked at issues of purpose, issues of passion, issues of how you can actually leverage on mostly finance so that you do not feel unstuck. But there were some key issues that you had brought up earlier when we were introducing this topic.
Yes.
I think we'll talk about issues of, for example, relationships, how some people feel stuck because maybe they haven't found a marriage partner, they're not married. There's the issue of biological clock, etc. So could you maybe just take us through on how people are feeling stuck in those particular issues, and then also quickly how they can get unstuck?
One of the issues that I talked about, we talked about the issues to do with finances. We talked about careers. We talked about the biological clock. But zinthu says one feels little stuck when you are experiencing kapena passing through them. They would happen kuna what says zikumuchitikira munthu nthawi imodzi, you know. Ndiyeno munthu umakhala kuti iweyo basino you are feeling kuti you are left behind. Azizanga zinthu zikuwatsekera koma sizikuti ine sizikutanga kuti sizikunditsekera. So you look at your friends azizawa agula magalimoto in this economy. We have friends wanena kuti agula magalimoto awanitsa but black market I say red.
Actually, it's also like osabanga so order so we go momu.
Ndebu no bwino so ena so banga order kumano pa black market red. Tikamona zimene zijazi munthu umakhala ndi comparison wapanga compare life yako I think ineyo moyo wanga ndi moyo wawo kuyenda bwino chani and they have lost jobs and we have lost jobs. Even me have lost a job. We have lost jobs, and there's actually nakupeza zintchito zabwinonso panova. There's still projects amene zikubwera zimene no azizathu apezerapo ntchito pamene pajapa. And you look at yourself kuti pamano ine I'm very educated than this person. They will wonder we compare our lives to other people's lives, which is very, very bad. Chifukwa no, ineyo ndimanena nthawi zonse. I think there was another day we were talking about now kuti destiny yako singakhale destiny yangu. Ulendo wanga ndi ulendo wanga, iwenso ulendo wako. Sitikupita kofanana kuti akhoti tikudziwana. Takhala papa koma timagwira ntchito zosiyana ndimamanganso zinthu zosiyana. You know, good things will happen to me today. Iweyo sinzakono sizikuchitikira. But I'm going to tell you what Steve I say. I'm very happy. Ndiponde chencha. Ndikuwuza chinthu chabwino yandichitikira. Iweyo so ukuganizira muna umaganiza chinthu chabwino changa chitakuchitikira, but it does not happen to you. You now sit down moto usangale kuti thokoza zabwino zanchitikira motere. Kuti maybe ineso zanga zatsala pang'ono. Basi umakhala nokudzipanga compare. Ndi Steve yo zikunchitikira fanya.
Which is jealousy.
Ndika jealousy sononcho. Komano, sometimes it's not out of jealousy, no. You are stuck. You have been stagnant. And zinthu zako sizikulongosoka. So, palama issues za finances ziwa, palama issues za relationships, so umaona asizakwena konena kuti no bodza asizathu, apeza azimuna abwino. Ungaona kuti bodza zako mamuna wabwino, avonile wagale motokale, the guy is already established, ali need to read 2 minutes, don't worry, you know. So, iweyo kuona kuti ineyo bodza zakazanga kulo kusikugwira. Koma chikwa chimene ndina yoji zotiso tikhozo kamba za uwachi pamene koko palibe. Eni mamuna ayaona kuti sali serious so about you. Koma azizako zimzulana kuti zikuwatsekera. Anaso ang'ono kuti kwadeliratu.
Iwana masiku ano nachipongwe.
Akukwatira ndithu kuona mabanja akugwira akulimba kuno bwino and you tend to ask bwanji nini izi sizondichitikira.
Yeah.
So that is very wrong.
Mm.
Ndiyeno ifeyo tikwena kunako kuti kaya ntchito sitinayipeze tidziwe kunako kuti tili nthawi yathu imene zinthu zabwino zidzatichitikire.
Yeah.
Tonsefe zinthu zabwino zidzatichitikira pa nthawi yathu.
Yeah.
Tingokhala chani kuti positive.
I think just to echo on what you've already said, I even said it in my previous one of the previous podcasts that I respect the feeling of envy. Kakabaya kuti soka kuzole sechakuti chakuti chakuti.
What really?
I don't. It's a feeling. I don't want what you have.
Yes.
That kabaya, it's telling me good after register that feeling.
Yes.
Kabaya lifwajani. There's a reason.
Ndikoza kupanga chine chake.
Chine chake.
About this. Koma you should not be jealous about it.
I don't want.
Why is this happening to Steve? No, yes. It is your time, and you also deserve good things.
Yes.
I deserve good things. Every one of us deserves good things.
Yes.
But there is time for everyone and everything.
And actually, just to echo on the issue of Mogambaya time, and I think just thinking out loud, I would say, Guji, I'm blaming the dependence on career. Maka career
In the zone.
We're very dependent on the career to achieve the things that we desire.
Yes.
We should not forget it's out of our control.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You can be very good at what you do. Yes. So there's so many dependencies there. But also, I think one thing, going back to that same issue, and to plan our lives.
Yes.
You know, like for example, you say you work in projects. Montu wakandi project. Expectation in the result in the EO. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So by the end of the day, guys, plan your device.
Sina ilipo. Komaso moyo, life is very unpredictable. Wondiva. Meri makambira munzo kona kodino muntu. We ukoza ndimakabatene kona kodino ngati fe nthawi yathu ukamafika 16-15 years umakhoru walemba MSCE. Ukalemba MSCE ija ndekuti ameneno akhonza bwino kuti akupita ku University of Malawi anikira chaka kena kwapita iti ndekuti 16, 17, 18 ukhala kuti ku university pa 23 ukhaza kuti wamaliza komano panopo ukhoza kumaliza ndithu pa 20, 21 ana amasukana mwamaliza skulu yonse komano kuti apeze zintchito zonso kulibe ndi uganize kuona kuti munthu ngati ine napaka graduate some 9-10 years ago ndikusakasaka ntchito mwina ndikungopanga ma internship sinapeze ntchito yolongosoka bwino bwino komano kukuguye kwanga kukukwera anthu ana ambiri mbiri amene akulonga chani kodi graduate after me ana amene wawaso akhozopeza zintchito mpaka natimapezatu anthu ena umakhala mabwana athu ku Madriana. Komano palibaso tibe control over that. Uyu ndi nthawi yake mayi wazi watani kodi wamupeza pamene kupo. We should respect zinthu zimene zizi. Komano pambali konena kuti we have an economic crisis, we have a very high unemployment rate. Kodi ifeyo mu chinthu chimene ichichi tikhoza kupezamo zinthu zodani zoti zititsangatire kuti ifeyonso tidzipeza kanga chebe nthawi ina yake.
Actually, I think, this concept that was becoming, I think we had talked about it.
Yes, we are supposed to be talking about it, I think, every becoming.
For me, I think that is the most powerful thing.
Yes.
Because you have to understand, because Zina's Rugamba, it's out of your control. You should be able to say, guys, by planning, let's assume you have made a plan by the age of 30, for argument's sake.
Yes.
The phone million. What do I have to become?
Yes, what should I do to have that?
That 10 million.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, and this is about proper planning. It's coming from all the way from your purposes, etc.
Yes, one big.
When did you 27? When I was like, kanga 10 million yasirani.
See, you can redirect.
You can pivot.
Yes. So what muntu ndeko tunochifoto na kuti ndikafika pa 25 ndamaliza degree ndipeze ntchito ndi ntchito chasuna ipeze ndekuti you should break down.
Actually, when you look at it, the thing is, when you look at it, there's a lot to have 10 million is not only a job that will give you.
Yes. So there are a lot of things we look at and what the opportunities.
Yes.
But now, just quickly to talk about this feeling of being left behind, feeling stuck. We have talked about some that make us to feel like that. All right. But now, firstly, you should accept you are stuck.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with you being stuck.
Yes.
But accept.
Yes.
Give yourself grace. Kana kuno iweyo will start and
And this is also coming into the same issue Nagamba last time. Could you have to audit yourself to say
tinagamba adi zimene kuti munthu umwe ana kuti udzipanga audit kuti kodi no ineyo ndikulaputsa pati ndikhoza kukhudza pati, how can I become better?
define the figure bad.
Komano mu process yopanga zimene zozo uvomereze pamene popo pamene iweyo uli. Kuna kuti pa nthawi ineyo za ma relationships zandivuta, ntchito yandivuta, kandi banja landivuta, kandi chani business chilichonse ufikepo uvomereza kuna kuti izi zikutani kodi zikundivuta. When you accept forgiveness, udzikhululukire, because sometimes you have put yourself in places, kapena in situations, because of poor decisions, poor things that you have done nazo bwana zakuyika mu sport imeneyoyo. Pena iwe timachopeza zoti mwina mazankolo athu mazianti atipeza kumuna kantchito, so kumene kujaku we take advantage of that. Akundidziwa nyendzanitsana basi usewuletsa advantage kati ankolo jatha kunyanyala uyipezanso kuti kuyime. So it doesn't mean kuti futhi akunyanyala that you will not get another job, but you are learning in a hard way kuti ine ndikadzapezanso ntchito ina ndisadzayiseweletse. I should not make use of that because wina wake akundidziwa. Komano masiku anowa zinthu, you have to know people to get to things. Know people who know people kuti iwe imwe kutani kodi utseke. Even business udziwe ndithu kuti kodi business iyi amayidziwa bwino ndi ukhale connected ndi anthu aliwo amene ntchito izizi zintchito zathuzo kuti no amene ndi ma connections kuti no tingapeze ntchito zimene zizi ndi ndani, you know. So you should know people who can help you to get to somewhere where you want. So munthu, you are supposed to take deliberate efforts kuna kuti I want to move from point A to point B. Sinangadza kupange move uyi komano iweyo upange efforts kuti ine ndifuna nditani kodi this one thing. So when you have forgiven yourself, now I'm talking about you taking steps, taking deliberate efforts. Wapanga business, save some money, yinayo kwelawetsaso ku business. Wapanga chance zinthu zimene ziyezo udziona utayanda panga chakuti ndipo ine ndikupanga chakuti pang'ono ma milestones aja ukamadutsa celebrate those ones. Anthu simapanga celebrate zimenezo koma you should celebrate them because zinthu zimene zijazi zimakupatsa iweyo ka strength kena kake, zimakupatsa confidence, inakupatsa uwini, zimakupatsa kuona kuti I think ineyo ndi nzeru ndipo ndikwanisa kupanga chilicho kodi ichichi.
Powerful stuff. Actually, I mean, also just to echo on the same thing that you talked about. Amatibu Ahmed, one thing they teach them is to always make your bed in the morning.
Yes.
The reason why they do that, I say, the reason why they say that is because these are the few things that are within your control.
Yes.
You are not so sure how it will end after you make your bed. As long as the things that are within your control.
Yes.
Wajiza.
Basi.
So when I say, even for example, I may be wrong, but even for example, Zomorugamba is my issues abanja.
Yes.
Let's assume kuna tibanga audit and wabanga realize that I never can get mbaya ngandi kujita. Ngati ukuzazo dino you had audited mnobwino and you've become what you assume is supposed to be a good woman who should be in a marriage. You do not blame yourself because you're saying, God, I have planted the seed.
Vali yanganda jita.
Ndachita kwena kwambuye mo ngati sikuna
kupanga bwanji. Komanso pompo as you are waiting for those things, keep on working on yourself to become better.
Yes.
Because already in ntchito you should become better. Kandi manjalo, you should become better for someone. So you should, in that space, because my situations are we're in pain. In that space, meaning all of pain, work on becoming a better person.
Actually, so this is another element that I actually like that you've brought. It's the issue of discipline. For me, how I define discipline is most of the times moyo somebody that's at the fruition of happiness.
Yes.
But when you're discipline is when you do the things that you do not want to do.
Yes.
But you have to do.
Yes.
Because you want to move forward.
Very important.
So, for example, going to the gym, sometimes we can but discipline is out.
Zima boas many since trainers or down over my series of Subzuga then
you still have to follow up.
Me, I say for my mental health and the beating the Gawange release all these things that I have heard, all these things that I am doing with people, all this, you still say, right, let me just let me just go. So it's very important when you make deliberate efforts
To move forward.
Yes. Komanso ngati munthu uzizipatsa ma timelines kuti I want to do this and I want to achieve this by this particular time. Small steps.
Yeah.
Register those ones.
Yes.
Not big steps. Koma ma timelines to they will help you to move from point A to point B.
Actually, it speaks back to the same issue with Malawi. Most of the times, umuntu in this space of feeling stuck, you can even slide back because you feel demotivated.
Yes.
But with discipline coming into play, you're always striving and moving forward.
Yes.
Also, like you say, every single time you hit a milestone, the validation need to make what's a boost to say, the things that are within my control. That's what
it's under one.
That's what
Bambi, komanso chofunikira kwambiri nchonena kuti muntu, you should work on your mental capacity, work on your mental health. As we are looking for us to move from point A to point B to be better people, aren't there some things that are affecting me? Value mental health.
Yeah.
Chifukwa muntu, you might be depressed, you might be going through stress, we might have anxiety issues. Komano sugurani wode sugudziwa munaonendeka trauma zimene ziziti ziziona sobuno bwino chifukwa productivity yathu lies on that.
True.
That's wode it's very important. And also the ineyo chimene ndimakonda kwambiri is to be grateful. Being grateful in a sense you are not where you want to be. You do not have what you want to have, but you are trying.
Powerful.
And you are somewhere.
Powerful.
So you should be grateful at that particular moment. There's messages of only.
Yeah.
And also acts of kindness. What you can do to the world, just be kind. Give others love. It's very important.
So, here's that. I think you've actually brought up a very, very powerful issue. Sometime way back, I had gone through something. I think I had gone through a breakup or something, or I think my significant other, anabangas on the boa. Then I was like, I know when it's a show. It won't a pain. You know what I mean? Just but then later on, I realized, by me doing this, making this person feel bad. What if today is the last day on earth?
Yes.
I am now responsible for their happiness. What if they die in the next 5 minutes?
Yes.
Their happiness.
In the one be.
So just to echo to what you're saying, we should always be happy. Like there should never be a reason why we should be unhappy because life is so short. And when I just echo to the same, we're very privileged. As much as Timonanga in this complain, that you're already blessed because on to your banga complain.
There are people that want to be where you are.
Exactly.
And they do not know how they're supposed to be at that pace.
Exactly.
So, and we should be very grateful. Amari gratitude is a must.
Yes.
Even on your lowest, even when you are feeling so much pain, gratitude is key.
So there's a lot of mental energy that has to go into positioning yourself. A lot of attitude work that has to go in so that you're always grateful. Because when you're grateful, you're always going to be happy. There's no bad day.
I think it's all about the mindset. Your mindset, pangira position.
Yes.
But otherwise,
I think it's also the other issues, but just in this whole spirit of comparison, but we don't even know what other tumbali now. When and the juju.
Ndimanenero zimene zinthu zonse kuti ine mukusirira kuti uyo zake zikumwendera. Do you know kuti zinthu zozitenga kuti?
Exactly.
Do you know kuti munthu yopembera kayambiri kwake?
Exactly.
Do you know kuti munthu yakhala depressed kwake?
So my struggle.
Do you know kuti munthu yomwe yawampeza kwake? Ine basi muli busy. Hayi akupeza mamuna. Iwe zona.
That's the thing. All of us are actually going through a struggle. So when you have a mindset change, you always assume if it's bad, I'm going to make it better.
Yes.
And I'm going to move forward.
True.
All right, so we'll take a quick break. Then we can come back just to wrap up and just summarize for our friends who just joined in so that you can also quickly recap on what we've been talking about.
Sure.
All right, we're back. We've had a very, very exhaustive discussion on how to get unstuck if you're feeling stuck in your finances, in your relationship, in your marriage, in you know, so many other aspects of life. So I think Toko, just to kunguvangula amarevera kuvangula kuti tachiphatikize ni chipange chigumu chiyike nthawi imodzi.
Okay, tsopano kwambiri nangasita kamba zimene zizokhudzana nambe one being stuck. Ineyo ndimakonda nawo kuti one being left behind. Zimandivekera bwino kwambiri. Fa stuck iyo amandikulira. Komano one is behind and then zinthu zione kuti no iweyo zinthu zako sizikulana kuti sizikulombosoka bwino bwino. Tsopano palibe vuto kuti no you are stuck. There is no problem with you because you are stuck. There's nothing good that can come out of you. That just shows life yago is different from other people. It's the same way. Others are gifted, others are slow learners, others are just intelligent, and they are filled with wisdom. So if you somewhere watu ndima steps nditundosiyana chimene chinganichitikira inenero sichingamuchitikira munthu wina tsiku lomweyo. So we should understand kunena kuti life ndi jana yonena kuti tosefe tikuyenda ulendo what. So today ndimanena nthawi zonse kuti today you'll be happy, tomorrow you'll not be happy, depending on the way life has chosen to come out on you. How life has chosen to play out on you. Komano antufe mwinano ukhoza kumona ngati no iwe zinthu zako sizikuyenda pa nthawi imeneyo. Maybe your life needs more preparation. Maybe your breakthrough is not yet ready. So we should know what we are all going to get where we are going because our destinies are different. We are going in different directions. But what is important is to get ready and prepare. So that is what I can say at the moment.
Powerful stuff. I think for me, just to re-echo what we have discussed, number one, if we look at the genesis of our problem, if we take it as a funnel, what the problem is filling in, I'm seeing what the biggest issue is how people were being raised into this generation.
Yes.
And number two, the biggest issue is our generation, Panova, has got so many external influences. Tuwanga compare wambiri. Social media is there.
Yes.
You
social media, eh?
Amene.
Komano ndimakonda kumana ndikasitika sami kamene kuti anthu mukupanga mukukhala pressure ndi anthu kuti mukhoza kwadyetsa sima. Ndero I think social media ilipo inde ikutika pa pressure. Komano pressure intitenge in a positive way. Osati mpaka no zilisowetse mtendere kwambiri joy. Tiziganizira kuti kumaneyo ndikafika kuti ngati apa, but it should be in a realistic way. Anthu ena they are faking it kwambiri amene
So I actually came about a very, very powerful podcast. I think it was a YouTube video. I'll just throw a link in the description as well.
Okay.
So this guy actually also talked about some of the steps that you brought up. Kuti ngati wakula kale, let's assume kuti foundation yala wika jabwino and you're feeling stuck right now. Don't forget kuti pomolipo, be grateful and thankful, like you say.
It's very important.
You are here.
It's very important.
You are privileged to be here.
Kwambiri.
So that you have pomolipo wina wake kulakala kada.
Kwambiri ndipo ndizofunikira kuti tikhala ndothokoza.
Yeah. I'm at step number 1 in this year. Step number 2 is okay, jabwino. Tiri vano. Komano zobodi bagamba envy makupanga trigger to say, there's more I can do with life. And I always believe Woody, if we are as a species, we're always observing other things growing around us. The cycle is always there. We want it to grow. There's always need for growth.
Yes.
So there is need to also one step out of dependencies. Also madalira kuti growth ikayoti kunchira ndikweza. Koma tuweyo ngati munthu.
Uzikanki.
Mpanga ma steps kuti ufandika kule hapo.
Yes.
So I think how this guy defined it was, if you can audit what you're doing right now and do it for the next 10 years, are you going to be happy? But if you see, no, if I project into the future, this is not what I want to do, then start creating new pivots. What is
very important.
But start creating new other avenues of life.
Yes, it's very important.
And I think the other issue, so number one is, yes, I'm doing the current thing I'm doing. Can I do it for the next 20 years?
Yes.
If yes, then be on your path.
Yes.
The second option was, is there something else that I can do right now that I love, yes, that I love, that can actually make me money.
Yes.
So like you said, it could be an issue of mwina uyambo panga tishu, mwina umagonda, mwina ulalikira, mwina this could be the avenue that could make you an extra
Very
buck.
important. Very important.
And then he also added another layer, Guji. Komaso, you should also find a final leg, which is it doesn't require you making money. It's just a passion project.
Very true.
And he said, Guji, this is a cycle in which we should make our lives work. So it means Guji, at every given point, will decide haso komaso maganizo ndichina chake nditsapanga ndikamaliza zonsezi. Ndoti ikamata cycle iyi ukauti decide haso uli ndi ntchito chocho. Exactly. You're doing it as a passion.
Yes, it's very important.
So you have a life of fulfillment whereby there is never going to be a gap, and the things that you desire to do, because not everything you want to do is money related.
Sure.
In a dimafuna bridge, you trust.
Oh,
I want to go bungee jumping.
That's the music of film.
But bungee jumping, there's no payment there.
It's
a passion.
But it's just going to be fulfillment. At the end of the day, you are going to be fulfilled.
I'm going to.
I want to do.
I want to do this.
Yes. So they're not money related, but they will make us happy.
Yes.
Let us be happy in those. Provided pangani zizo tieni andisangalali pangani zimzonela kuti nomukondwereni, but in that regard also taganiziraso kuti chikondwerero chimene chikhale chamuyaya ndalama zake zicho.
Exactly. So I liked one quote that came from Leslie Brown. He said, could a lot of people are living life as a copy? And I think maybe we can also discuss this in being authentic. Kuti and amanena kuti yomana nisangatsana kuti people who are living life as a copy samasowa moyo mu amakhala kuti mundu kuti amwene nyimbo umavera nyimbo zake iliyonse bwana ino chabwino taimba ni imodzi zi. So you know we're living life kuti uyavanga chakuti ineso ndivange nawo, but you're not being an authentic self.
All right.
So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. Could we need to be authentic and live our lives as ourselves?
It's very true. No, it's very important. Because at the end of the day, there should be an end game. So that's why we would know in you as a person, what is my end game?
Yeah.
Then on the phone, figure out what do I want to achieve. I think that we should take it in that.
We should plan our lives properly.
True.
Powerful. All right. So thank you so much for being there. We have discussed so many things. If you've got different ideas on how you can get unstuck, these are just some of our versions.
Yes.
Please drop them in the comments so that we can actually help others to fix their problems and feel less unstuck. So please do share your comments, like and subscribe. We really, really like your support. And thank you so much for actually being there, and share this with others so that we can not just save ourselves, we should also save others. So you've been with me, Uncle Steve.
And so go.